You know, at a time when 2 out of 3 Americans are overweight or obese, many of you are struggling just like Andy. He's been big his entire life. That's his normal, or at least it was, until a recent dramatic turn of events turned his world upside down.
My name is Andy Barron. I'm 29 years old, and I need to lose 80 pounds in 8 months. And if I do, I will get $20,000. Yeah. It's all part of the Foster Challenge. I'm a photographer, and for the last year and a half, I've been on tour with the band Foster the People. One day, our singer, Mark, brought me and the rest of the band into his hotel room and issued this challenge to me. That's Mark, our singer. He's the one who challenged me. We're about 2.5 weeks into the Foster Challenge right now. I'm already down 10 pounds. I've changed my diet. I have started working out, trying to be more conscious of what I'm eating. I've actually ventured into the vegetable section of the grocery store. I have broccoli slaw, which is actually really good. Bought some baby spring greens. I bought a new water filter thing. I've cut out alcohol completely. This last month has been kind of a wild ride. Now that the doctors are involved, I literally have no idea what to expect. I think just any sort of like medical expertise obviously is gonna help me, because I don't know what I'm doing.
A challenge accepted, a life about to change. Foster the People gave Andy the motivation. I wanted to give him some medicine.
So one of my goals with you is realize that the weight loss in and of itself, when it comes to your health, that's where the riches will come. Because a lot of people will say, well, I'm not gonna get $20,000, why should I do it?
So it's been this last month where I've just kind of had to change my thinking about everything, and I honestly just am excited about doing it and getting in shape and getting healthy.
You also carry a lot of your weight right here. When you carry extra weight in here, that visceral belly fat hugs your internal organs. I call it a toxic goop. It increases your risk for everything from diabetes to heart disease. So go ahead and hop up there. And how tall are you?
6'1".
So you're right around 281. If you started at 290, you've already done a heck of a job. I do want to check your blood pressure. Carrying excess weight is such a huge risk factor for having high blood pressure. These aren't full physical exam measurements, but you know, your blood pressure actually is pretty good. Your pulse is pretty good. So you got 2 big challenges ahead of you. The Foster Challenge, which I have no doubt you're gonna succeed at. And then it's the day after that challenge ends, it's all about the rest of your life. So, you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Congrats on taking this on.
And Andy joins us today. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. 2.5 weeks in, I'm actually weighed myself this morning. I'm down 13 pounds now. So.
Okay. You know, I'm curious, how did you guys pick 80 pounds?
I think it was just kind of like an arbitrary number he picked in his head. I think maybe because it was 8 months, 80 and 8, it kind of works. And
that's like an intervention, right?
yeah, it totally felt like that. We all went into his hotel room and he had the camera, because I'm their photographer, so I started filming, and then he's like, hand the camera to the bass player, Cubby, and I was like, what is going on? Am I getting fired right now or something? And it was...
And the person who started all of this is with us on the phone. Mark, the lead singer of Foster the People. Thank you so much for joining us. And what were you thinking when you said, you know what, we're gonna call Andy down to the room and perform a bit of an intervention?
It was one of those things where if I could give 20 grand to save my friend's life, I wanted to do it. You know, and I would do it again. And we're filming the process, and I think it's going to be really encouraging for other people to see as well. You know, to see that there's that you can climb any mountain. The fact that he dropped 13 pounds already is incredible.
And he's looking pretty good here.
And so what I love about this is Mark, when you guys are out on the road on tour, you also can keep your eye on Andy, right? Make sure he's doing the right things.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of torn with that, because if he wins, I have to give him 20 grand. So I'm going to under his door every once in a while.
But I think the takeaway here is that, you know, Mark did a good thing because he intervened because he was worried not about anything superficial.
Right.
He was just worried about you, his friend.
Yeah.
And Mark, we applaud you. We applaud you for being a part of this and putting this challenge onto Andy. And thanks a lot, Mark.